Ho, ho, ho. I'm Brian, but right now you can call me Brian Claus because I'm here to...
The always busy and popular East 4th Street here in Cleveland. Our setting today is just at the end of that block. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Cavaliers, third best record here in the early going.
Well, I think for Cleveland, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Batum in at the 3 slot. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Okoro. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the
agreed.
teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human. And, Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. He feels like this first meeting between these two teams will be a feeling out process. Coach said the Clippers have so much experience. They know how to suck you into playing their game. He told his guys, we need to dictate the pace or it's going to be dictated to us. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
Elbow. 2.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Shooting 2.
Knock this in. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Hey, man, you want this guy?
Yo, I'm
Who got shooter, huh?
Free throw good, Sexton.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is a crafty point guard with tremendous upside. He obviously can facilitate and be a distributor. The key is, can he knock down shots consistently?
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh? Gonna box your man out. I got it.
Hey, just box out.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here we go. Get it going.
George with the ball. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Now here's Love. A 23-point game for him in the win against New York. To the middle. Here's Drummond. The shot will not fall. Ibaka with some nice D.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3 ball.
2.
The Cavaliers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
shooting 2.
Knock this in. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Hey, man, you want this guy?
Yo, I'm
Who
on
got
this
shooter,
guy.
huh?
And he makes the first. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Who got shooter, huh? Better box your man up. I got it.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
Who got PG?
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Batum. Clock at 6. Passes to Beverly. Over Garland. And it's Beverly missing. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the New York Knicks. Sexton the pass to Love. And Love throws it down.
Well, nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
Now, here's George. He's guarded closely.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Fade away. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George, that's a 2-pointer. Reverses, and the layup good by Batum.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Love. Now the dish to Garland. Over to the wing. Batum with the steal. Fires top of the key. That doesn't go either for George.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
4-on-3 break. Shoots it. And it's George again missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Sexton's shot is good.
Well, that kind of assist will make you very popular with your teammates. Kevin Love is adept as a big man at putting it on time and on target.
And it's George again missing.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Garland, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And a deep 3 from George from beyond the arc and then some.
And that was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
Pass to Okoro. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Beverly. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Cavaliers leading. Here's Okoro. George with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Sexton for 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
And Ibaka kicks to George. Bounce pass from Beverly. Outside, Batum. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Garland. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. From past the arc, and another 3 for Cleveland.
A really great job by Kevin Love to run the floor, outworks the defense, able to finish in transition.
George dishes to Beverly. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up is on Colin Sexton. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Boy, Patrick Beverley, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jetty Osman in for Okoro. Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Here's Osman, defended by George. Here's McGee.
Oh, wow! Young fella. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Zubats, following the score by Cleveland. And George with the stuff.
You have got to have the right focus and the right reads in the pick and roll, and Paul George making all the right decisions right now, slicing up the defense.
Now here is McGee. 9 points last game. Here's Sexton, and the rejection by Zubats. Here's George. Gets that one to drop. A rare make, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
Hey, you're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Williams has checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Right wing. Here's Osman, defended by George. And Porter, here we go. And that one is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And checking out the numbers for Porter, how he did last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he had to pay his dues that rookie campaign, earning his stripes. A lot of people think he could have a breakout year this season.
Well, when you hear it from his coaches and his teammates, they've been singing his praises. So let's see if he can prove them right.
Now here's Nance. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. And it's Osman missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Williams passes to George. The shot. Again, the Clippers.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Cleveland leading by 4. Osman kicks to Porter. Shoots over Patterson. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Almost, but it rolls out. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Spurs in San Antonio. George with the bucket.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Osman, the pass to Porter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
And the first one at the line is good. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Sexton. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Hey, man, you want this guy? Who got shooter, huh?
And Porter drops them both. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. The free throw drops for Zubac. So he gets them both. And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. 4-point game. And McGee kicks to Osman. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
You know, this was about their perseverance and their conditioning. To me, that was the difference in overtime.
And the Cavaliers with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Porter, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Here's Williams. McGee with the block. Exum deciding where to go with it. Nance. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside. And Larry Nance Jr., son of former NBA great Larry Nance, like his father, Larry Jr. plays well above the rim.
Greg, this is a young guy who can go over you, through you, and when he's airborne, this is one of the scariest players to challenge at the rim.
One shot. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy? Yo, I'm gonna shoot, huh?
That free throw good from Nance.
What a story Larry Nance Jr. is, guys, because at 16, this is a young man who was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Remarkably, it didn't slow him down. This guy has become a great role model for kids everywhere. Control the disease with a very strict diet. That's what he's done.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Osman, the pass to Porter. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Clippers trail by 7. And here is Williams. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Now here's Patterson. D right on him. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. On the wing, Porter. Over Kennard. No good from the wing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now Williams, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Jackson with 1 on the clock, and we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, up 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win, and there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together, we move the ball, we make sacrifices, and we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what are you guys seeing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Porter is out there with Exum, and it's McGee in at the 5. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Porter against Leonard. Now here's Porter. Defense is right there. The pass to Exum. 6 to shoot. For the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Clippers trail by 9. Kicks it to Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Exum passes to McGee. Here's Osman. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to McGee. The kick out to Porter. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Leonard, that's for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
A different look now for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for JaVale McGee. Love comes in for Nance. And it's a Okoro in for Jetty Osman. And then for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Batum in for Kennard.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Free throw, good, Drummond.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh? Hey, let me get big man.
That one misses. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Shooter, I got him. You got this guy out here? Yeah, I got big man.
Hey, you box out your man.
First free throw is good.
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh? Better box your man up. I got it.
Hey, just box out.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
And Porter drops them both. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Morris, no good. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now, here's Exum, guarded by Jackson. Passes it to Okoro. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Drummond.
Aggressive defense. The battle with Drummond inside is a collision waiting to happen.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. He kicks it to Leonard. Outside, Batum. Leonard trying to break free. Great D that time from Love. Cleveland leading by 9. Porter looking it over. The fadeaway. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's Morris for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. For the Cavaliers, Sexton, he's checked in for Kevin Porter. And it's Garland in for Dante Exum. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clippers trail by 12. Batum with the ball. Now here's Drummond. He dishes it to Garland. Sexton on the wing. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Morris with the bucket.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris, adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. Sexton against Beverly. And that one goes long.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Here's Love. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
The first one falls.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
George is checked in for Marcus Morris. Leonard hits them both. And here's Sexton. He's got 7. Pass to Okoro.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Pass to George. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got 8 rebounds in this game. Okoro's shot is off. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Ibaka. Los Angeles with another miss. The 19-foot shot. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
Garland kicks to Okoro. Dishes it to Garland. Just 5 to shoot. Sexton's shot is good.
Darius Garland playing the role of ball distributor to perfection. Pretty pass.
George looking around. No good on the shot. And Cleveland the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers.
The first free throw is good.
Well, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And he makes both free throws.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Start it.
And let's check out the stats for Andre Drummond. Coming off a terrific season, put up about 17 points a game, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 12, and the shot goes in.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 13.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Sexton the pass to Okoro. Now the pass to Love. Over Patterson. Love can't hit.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
George with the bucket.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Garland the pass to Drummond. Outside, Sexton. That three off the mark.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Now Sexton. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Patterson inside. Working on Drummond. And it's Leonard missing. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Sexton. Finished off the break. 16 points for him.
This young man loves to play through contact and certainly has the frame to absorb it. Go ahead, young Sexton.
Now Leonard. 29 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. For the Cavaliers, JaVale McGee's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jetty Osman in for Okoro. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Off the inbound, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, give Darius Garland credit for looking to score. He forces the defense into action.
First trip to the line for him here.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
Shooting 2.
I got mine. Who got shooter, huh?
Hey, let me get big man. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Hey, just box.
Free throw good, Garland.
Well, we know that injury ended Darius Garland's college career right at its infancy. But this guy smartly used his recovery time to focus on getting ready for the NBA. And boy, he's proven he can be a gifted player.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Good on both. Here's Kennard. Pass to Zubac. There's the dish to Williams. Makes it off the glass.
How about Lou Williams playing through the contact? Nicely done.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Osman. No points in the game yet for him. Good work there as it goes. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. The floater, and he lays it up and in. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Well, the floater game has always been good for Sweet Lou. That shot is unblockable.
And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. George. They get the rebound. McGee with the block.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Hit these, baby. Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy out here? Yeah.
And that one misses. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Porter comes in for Colin Sexton, and it's Exum in for Garland.
We got shooter, huh? Box your man up. I got it.
Hey, just box.
And he's good on the second. Clippers trail by 11. Outside Williams. Shoots over Exum. Got a hand on it. Williams against McGee. Kicks to Exum. Back to McGee. And it's McGee slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Williams can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And Porter, here we go. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Well, just a tremendous job pursuing the basketball by Larry Nance Jr. and then gets the score to complement the board.
Now, here's George. 14 points for him.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Nance. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Larry Nance Jr. doing a tremendous job drawing the contact. Get the defense to commit. Get yourself to the foul line.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Nance. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Jackson in for George. Both free throws good from Nance. Clippers trail by 15. Williams looking over the floor.
You have to like that defensive effort. Dante Exum using his size to throw these shooters off.
And so it's Cleveland. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead. But do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Colin Sexton having an outstanding game. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. Kenny, what's your take on Cleveland so far?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
That was very undisciplined half of basketball they just played. You can see it in all the points they gave up at the free throw line. Listen, I don't mind the aggressive attitude, but they took it too far with all the silly, crazy fouls.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle.
Don't you just love the gritty nature of Ibaka's game? This guy easily draws contact thanks to his aggressiveness.
The Clippers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, what you love about Serge Ibaka, yes, he has tremendous size and reach and great athleticism, but he plays his role to a T.
Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the second free throw, good. Sexton with it. Pass to Okoro.
Get him out. Switch.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And the first one drops. He's off on the second. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 15-point game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Garland's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Sexton kicks to Love. Back to Sexton.
I see him.
Pass to Garland. Here's Okoro. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line. The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Clippers trail by 15.
Eyes on PG.
George passes to Leonard. Now Ibaka. He kicks to George. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
To the left wing. The wide open look here for Garland. Offensive rebound.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Offensive rebound. Ibaka off with the layup. Cleveland leading by 12. The open look here for Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The shot by George, wide open. And some very quick points for him on that possession. George has got 18 points in the game. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Screen.
Ibaka finds George. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Cavaliers have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they picture the half starting. Now here's Okoro, defended by Batum. Now here's Okoro. He's got 6. And Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Ibaka dishes to George. Tries it from the top of the key. Los Angeles with another miss. Cleveland leading by 14. Here's Okoro, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Los Angeles with another miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And here is And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Now the Clippers moving it up. The three from Leonard hits it from three-point range. Leonard's got 16 points.
Well, that's his second three of the game. One in the first half, one here.
There's the pass to Drummond. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Shot from 12. The Clippers grab the miss. Batum's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Leonard has it in the corner. Morris trying to free himself up. The lead now in single digits. 18 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch-and-shoot game is on point.
From the stripe. Rebound by the Clippers.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Passes it to Drummond. He dishes it to Sexton. And it's sent back by Leonard. Morris passes to Beverly. On its way from Ibaka for 2. No good, shot missing.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
First one falls for him. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Nancy's checked in for Love. Osman comes in for Okoro. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Sexton. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Drummond. Clippers trail by 9. Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Garland, no good.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here's Garland. The pass to Drummond. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And that strength of Drummond at times can be overwhelming. Awesome at staying with his shot, even when the pressure is on.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy? Yo, I'm gonna shoot, huh?
Free throw good, Drummond. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 10. Stolen by Garland. And Garland with a clear path to the basket. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac finds Beverly. Leonard with no one around. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Timeout. Start it.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Cavaliers. Exum comes in for Porter. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jackson's checked in. So it's the Cavaliers now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Garland kicks to Osman. Fades away. It's good on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Outside Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Sexton, he's checked in for Dante Exum. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Williams is checked in. And so he hits both. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Sexton the pass to Osman. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Clippers trail by 10. Now Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on JaVale McGee. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Sexton the pass to McGee, and trying to break loose. The shot's good from McGee.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pulls up, high post. No good off the back of the rim.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Sexton. Nance dishes to Sexton. Back to Nance. Cleveland moving it around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Osman's got 5 points now this quarter.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Leonard with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively. And the dunk by Zubats.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And the rejection by Zubats. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Sexton against Williams. Clippers trail by 10. Now the Clippers moving it up. And that one's good. Leonard's got 28 points for the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Passes it to McGee. Here's Osman. 8 points for him. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Zubats. Pass to Williams. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 5 rebounds tonight. Garland the pass to McGee. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This guy is so good at figuring out ways to get fouled. Lou Williams, my goodness, again.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a 5th of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
And Cleveland making a change here. Okoro's checked in. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Now, here's Garland, guarded by Jackson. The 3 ball, and there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Sexton. Garland's got 7.
Wow, a lot of distance on that jumper by Darius Garland. Nice.
Patterson finds George. McGee with the block. Here's Zubats. Good on the bucket. Zubats has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Jackson, and it's Batum in for Williams. Clippers trail by 5. Morris outside.
Come get it.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Count that one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Batum against Sexton. Shoots over Batum. The shot by Sexton, no good. Now, here's Zubats. He's covered closely. McGee with the block. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Cavaliers lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Man's out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Okoro in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Cavaliers leading. Pass to Okoro. Now, here's Garland. Defended by George. 6 to shoot. Here's Okoro. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it. Great job on the glass. Bodies down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
Sexton for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Sexton's got 19 points.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Colin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
Here's George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 20 points for him.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Now, here's Sexton. Baseline J on the way. Got a piece of it. In the corner, George with it to tie it up. It's rebounded by Cleveland. McGee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sexton's got room. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
And Batum kicks to George. Goes up on the high post. The offensive rebound. Zubats. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Cleveland leading by 4. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's Sexton. It's stolen by Morris. Outside, Batum. They get a hand on it. Zubats the pass to George. And he banks in the layup. Now, just a 2-point Cavalier lead.
Some nights as a defender, you just shake your head because Paul George uses his outstanding reach to get through the defense.
Garland kicks to Sexton. Takes a shot at the elbow. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
And to me, it's never easy trying to guard Serge Ibaka. This guy is such a powerful player who is not afraid to mix it up.
Garland dishes to Sexton. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Drummond's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Kevin Love has subbed in for Larry Nance. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Zubats. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Okoro, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy? Yo, I'm gonna shoot, huh?
No good on that one.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 3.
Right here.
Beverly with the ball. Here's Ibaka shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Boy, you love how Ibaka gets a little nasty down on the block. Excellent at putting the defense in a tough spot.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Ibaka. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Garland, the pass to Sexton. To the left side wing. Love trying to break loose. Off target with his 3.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Outside, George. With the fadeaway. That one a little long. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Sexton for 3. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 11 rebounds in the game. From deep, George sinks the triple. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Off the left rim and out.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
He shoots again and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Drummond, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Paul George. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And there's the pass to Nance. Love deciding where to go with it. Back to Nance. Dishes to Love. 6 on the shot clock. Good.
We know this about Kevin Love. Contact will not deter him.
Clippers leading by 4. Now, here's George. Passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Inside, here's Batum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Batum's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Sexton. No good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Now here's Batum. Not a lot of room. Outside, George. Morris outside, Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Garland. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, my. He really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
Nance against Morris. Sexton for 3.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
They get it back.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Count that bucket. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Sexton kicks to Love. And just miss after miss right now.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
George finds Batum. Love grabs the board. Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
George with the ball. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Ibaka for 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Sexton for 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And the Cavaliers call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told his guys, that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Now, here's Sexton. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The Cavaliers trail by 12, out left of the wing, from downtown, and there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Nance. Nance has got 3 assists tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Is on Colin Sexton.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. The Cavaliers trail by 11. And here's Sexton. Shoots over Leonard. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And the Clippers miss again. Cavaliers shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Guys, how about the aggressiveness from Nance Jr.? Boy, he's really rolling on the offensive end.
Outside, George. George double-teamed. Pass to Morris. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Here's Sexton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cleveland. And Sexton drops them both. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. George dishes to Ibaka. Kicks to Leonard.
Right here.
Outside, Batum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Both free throws good from Batum. 1:15 left in the game. Sexton against Leonard. Pass to Okoro. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Sexton. Over Morris. Batum grabs the miss. To the inside. Morris passes to Ibaka. McGee with the block. Here's Sexton, and it's sent back by Leonard. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thonmaker's checked in for Nance. Usman comes in for Okoro. Dotson's checked in for Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson kicks to George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Dear 2020 and beyond, it has been.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. As Giannis Antetokounmpo celebrated his first Most Valuable Player award with the fans back in 2019, he said, after this day, don't call me the MVP until I win it again next year. Well, guys, those words have proven prophetic as he went on to win the 2020 Maurice Podoloff MVP trophy. Kevin?
And David, he is just getting started. Great stuff, thanks as always. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. We've got Holiday. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Young and Carter are the big men inside. And it's Satoransky in at the point. Well, fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of
The holidays are right around the corner, and even better, the NBA is about to return.
You know what else is about to start back up? Some gift giving. So what are you getting me, Chris?
The gift of basketball, games, and more games.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony.